Hello there, Lynx here, and this is Sakura Succubus 6. I don't know I could to get to it as fast as possible, and we are here at the day of release, even though it's been a few hours, so yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if someone was like already with some other videos, but like, I don't care. I just want to play it myself, as always. Hope you can join me on this journey as well, so let's just get to it. I'm dreaming. Or at least I think I'm dreaming. My body feels light, like I'm drifting through the ocean. My wave even more insubstantial than a jellyfish's. I glance about me. My eyelids fluttering, but I can't see much of anything. It's pitch black. I mean, it's better than a blinding light, to be fair for. It feels a bit like I'm falling through a void. I reach out, trying to grab hold of something, and as I do, I hear a voice calling to me from somewhere within this darkened abyss. Hiroki! That is you, isn't it, Hiroki? I've missed you so much. It's not like I care about your infant dummy, but when it has been a while, I suppose. Make that two voices, yeah. I blink, my eyes widen. The darkness about me dissipates, and then... Huh? Wait. What? I see them standing in front of me. Two women that I know very well. One of them has a short cyan hair, while the other sports long, ostentiously long, or so I often thought, pigtails. Those are twin tails. Anyway, both these women are wearing skimpy outfits, but not skimpy that would break YouTube's rules, which come complete with fluttering bat-like wings and twitch tails, and they both have horns sprouting from their scalps. They're very pretty, downright adorable. In fact, but it's obvious at a glance that they are not ordinary women. They aren't even humans. They're both succubi. Not that everybody else knows about this. To the world at large, these women are Ikue Ayu and Cosmos Moretti. Ayu a famous idol, and Cosmos a popular rapid pound star. They are both well known. Ayu for releasing cutesy songs which sell like hotcakes, and Cosmos for posting photos of herself online wearing... well, not very much. Cosplays, basically. For these girls have legions of adoring fans. I know Cosmos have even more rapid fan followers than Ayu does, a fact which has caused Ayu no end of irritation. None of their fans know about their real natures. I think I might be the only guy in Japan. Now the world, who knows what they really are. Ayu and Cosmos were born as succubi, and they both answer to the ruler of the Succubus realm, Yue. They both possess magical power, but they can only use their powers if enough humans adore them. What makes you wonder what would happen if, like, they didn't have any followers at all, right? Anywho, while succubi can maintain their forms in the human realm by being intimate with other humans, they can also sustain themselves by being loved, which, in other words, requires them to be popular. Most succubi therefore have positions of importance, be it as singers, models, actresses, sports stars, or successful CEOs. I know a lot of succubi, and each of them falls into one of these categories. Well, I bet none of them are in Poland, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm with Ayu and Cosmos now, so I'd better focus on them. Is it just my imagination, since this is a dream? I suppose this is all a figment of my imagination, or do they look a little sad? Ayu's mood changes all the time, so seeing her frowning isn't too unusual, but it's rare for Cosmos to look so dispirited. The pair of them are holding my hands. Ayu taking the right, Cosmos the left. Now that's bullshit, by the way, because that's not true. Ayu keeps your left hand. And Cosmos holds your right hand. Come on, man. Come on. Yada yada. Hiroki, you don't, recognize which is left and right? That's bad, man. That's bad. They stare at me. Their jewel-like eyes fringed with long lashes and say, "Don't get the wrong idea, right? It's like I came to check up on you because I've been missing you. I really couldn't care less. Not at all. I was just wondering how you've been. You're so useless, I can imagine you know how to get along with you without me." "No, are you? Don't be like that. I know wanted to see Hiroki. You told me yourself. You don't have to lie about your feelings all of the time. Doesn't it make you sad?" I pouts, then turns her nose up in the air. "Look, I care, like you care about my feelings. But I do care about them. You know I do. We're best friends for a reason." "Best friends?" I scolds. "Since when were we friends? Full stop, let alone best ones. You're getting way too ahead of yourself." "Hey, you do." I look between Ayu and Cosmos, perplexed by their disagreement. This is a dream, right? I was certain this was a dream, at least, but Ayu and Cosmos' interactions feel way too realistic for that. I might be a photographer, but my imagination's not this good. I can't conjure up arguments as insane, or should I say inane, but also insane, and Ayu and Cosmos on a dime. Ayu and Cosmos' S. Anyway, what's going on? I'm asleep, aren't I? "Oh yeah, that's right. You're asleep indeed." "Then this is a dream." "Not necessarily." "I beg your pardon?" I blink. If I'm asleep, then this must be a dream, mustn't it? "It's a dream, yeah, but that doesn't mean this isn't real. Cosmos and I are here, and we're talking to you, just not with our physical bodies. Still." I'll give the captive Kent a squeeze. "It feels realistic enough, doesn't it?" "It sure does, yeah." This is getting kind of freaky. "Then are you both talking to me in my sleep?" "Bingo! You're right on the money." Wow, I shake my head, or I guess my dream self does. In actuality, my body's still lying in bed, curled up beneath my sheets. I think I get it. You must be using your succubus powers to speak to me, right? "Exactly! I thought we should analyze them every once in a while, else you'd forget what we really are. Cosmos and I are succubi, don't forget! We have abilities you puny humans could only dream of." "Well, I am dreaming right now." I reply with a wry smile. "So what's up? Something was important for the pair of you to drop in like this in the midst of one of my REM cycles. You must have something major to tell me, if you couldn't send me a text or an email." "You're right about that. I use my phone a lot, but there are some matters so important only face-to-face communication can cut it. I'm an awkward person, so I prefer talking online, but when it comes to you..." Cosmos leans towards me, her breath warm up my cheek. "You're special, Hiroki. I like you so much. I would far rather be able to see your face when we speak. Talking across a long distance doesn't feel right." Wow. I shiver, a little perturbed by Cosmos' closeness. It really does feel like I'm standing with Ayu and Cosmos face to face, having conversation, for given the nebulous nature of our surroundings. I'm not sure where we're standing exactly. Somewhere in the void. The void has gotten awfully sparkly for since Ayu and Cosmos so fit to materialize themselves. I wonder if that's their doing. "I like this. It feels more intimate." Intimate is one word for it, yeah. Personally, I think the whole experience is a little freaky. But well, I thought the same thing after Cosmos broke into my house that one time. What's breaking into somebody's subconscious after pulling a stunt like that? I should be used to this kind of thing. So, did something happen? "Yeah, it did. I will miss you. She said she couldn't stand not being able to see your face, and so she came to see me and..." "Hey, Cosmos!" Ayu glowers at Cosmos, her pretty features twisting with obvious embarrassment. "Don't tell Hiroki that! He doesn't need to know!" But he asked his girlfriends. Shouldn't we tell him the truth? You might be content to be this loser's girlfriend. If I wasn't so used to his acid tongue, I might take umbrage at being called a loser. I know I will win enough, however, to know that she is not being serious. At least, not wholly. If she was, she wouldn't be squeezing my hand as tightly as she is. But I'm much more than that. Hiroki is nothing more than my cameraman. A cameraman that you can't keep away from? Who says I can't keep away from him? I only said to check up on him out of the goodness of my heart in case he feels lonely. I'm doing this for his sake. So you say? Cosmos frowns. But as far as I recall, you've been crying to me every night this week, wondering when Hiroki will come back from Astoria. Didn't you say only yesterday? Cosmos clears her throat, then launches into her best impression of Iowa. Oh, Cosmos, I'm so sad. I can't take it anymore. Hiroki's been gone for so long. He'll definitely fall for another girl. He's so handsome, and he smells so good. I bet all the European Succubus will fruit for him, and then... Oh, shut up! As scowling, red-faced Io retorts, while slamming her foot against Cosmos's. This might be a dream, but I guess our bodies have some sort of heft to them, and the ability to feel pain too, because Cosmos yelps. Hiroki doesn't to know all of these things. It isn't relevant. Besides, you're exaggerating. I'm not that insecure. Hey, Io. Noticing Io's discomfort, but how can I not? It rolls off her like waves. I caress that off her head. Hey, I mean hand. You don't need to feel ashamed about your feelings. You can confide in me. I won't judge. What? Are you sure? I'm quite sure I'm talking to you, and I've got to admit, I was missing you and Cosmos a little too. You were? Io looks at me skeptically. But why? Haven't you been busy? Spend time with Humin, Hazel, Marina, and that fancy European princess? Well, princess, you know, sure. The maid for... Anyway, I'm surprised you have enough time to talk, to think about me at all. Of course, I've been thinking about you. You and Cosmos are important to me. And while I won't lie and say I've not been having fun in Astoria, I'm looking forward to be reunited with you. You don't have to worry about that. If you're checking out on me because you're afraid I might have bored of you, then there really is no need. My feelings for you aren't going to change. Not that easily. I mean, that maid for... Really? Io's brow froze. But then you agreed to go on date with that princess girl? Well, about that... I don't bother asking Io how she knows about my plans with Stefania. There's no point, since Io's a succubus. There is a non-zero chance that she might have read my mind. I don't see the point in trying to deny this, either not when it's the truth. Oh, so I guess we got that ending with the balcony. And from that point we continue. Okay. I need to take this in my stride. I'm going on a date with Stefania, yes. Stefania! I was coughs. I can't believe you're on a first-name terms with a princess. How shameless can you be? I quite like it. Hey, I'm glad my boyfriend is so desirable. Steffi has good taste. And now you're calling her Steffi, for you never met her. You're being awful familiar, aren't you? But for I like Stefania and I think she's cute, our relationship won't diminish the feelings I have towards the pair of you. You'll always be my favorite idol, Io. Not that she's up against particularly stiff competition, given I'm not big into the idol music. Same. I have no idea about idol music at all. I have no clue. And you will always be adorable girlfriend, Cosmos. But I reckon will have a bigger impact on Cosmos than calling her my favorite lewd model. Yeah, definitely girlfriend. So we can both rest easy, no matter where I am or what's going on in my life, I'll never get bored of you. Really? Shiny Eye glanced at me. Do you mean that? Every single word. The three of us can go on a date together if you want, when I get back to Japan. Would you like that? A date? Cosmos stares at me, her eyes sparkling. Her tail, I can't help but note, twitches at this prospect like a puppy's.
That sounds like fun. I won't go on a day with Hiroki. It feels like it's been a long time. I'll have to pick something cute to wear, huh? Huh? Don't be stupid. You don't own any cute clothes, only shameless ones. Shameless clothes can be cute too. Nah, you expose far too much skin. You ought to be careful or Hiroki will think you're easy. Oh, I'm not easy. I'm very selective when it comes to my partners. I've only ever dated Hiroki before. You're just too difficult, are you? You need to learn to say what you really think or you'll never be happy, which is a shame. As your bestie, I want you to thrive. I wish you'd can it with the bestie stuff, really.
I pout.
And I couldn't care less about going on some stupid date. I'm not about to get excited by something so simple. As a mature lady.
Are you mature? Please. Even disregarding her general attitude, the way she dresses is way too cutesy to be grown up.
I have sophisticated tastes. I'm not happy about this at all, but... Well...
Ayu demurs, as I knew she would. Her eyes are fixed upon mine.
I appreciate the effort, I suppose. Thank you.
Wow, that was some weird noise I made.
Thank you for always being so thoughtful, Hiroki. I'm glad you don't think I'm being too clingy. And I look forward to seeing you when your trip from Astoria is over. I hope you have a good time.
I'm sure I will, and I wish you the same too. Don't miss me too much, Kay.
As if I would. Don't get too ahead of yourself. I'm not crazy about you or anything.
Here, Ayu's voice drops to a whisper.
Not that crazy, at least. As for me, I'm not like Ayu. I don't mind being honest about my feelings, so I can tell you this up front. I'm crazy about you, Hiroki. You're the best boyfriend in the whole wide world. Now, I should go. I need to pick out my outfit for our date. Let me help you with that. Do you want to?
Cosmos beams.
That's so nice of you, Ayu. I'm not being nice, moron. I'm just worried. If I let you choose an outfit on your own, you will end up in something completely utterly unfitting, just like the stupid cat-made bikini you ordered to my beach house. What? I thought my bikini was cute. Your sense of cute is rather different from everybody else's. Your tastes are utterly bizarre.
Ayu snorts.
If the two of us are going to go on a date together, I'd like to at least look like a normal person. I don't want us getting a lot of stares.
Is it bad if people stare at me?
Yes, it is. We're not meant to draw attention to ourselves, stupid, and besides, it's embarrassing. I don't want people to think I'm friends with a weirdo. So, are you admitting that we are friends? Yes, I mean...
Ayu hastily backpedals, her face flushed.
No, we're not. I don't care about you, not at all. No.
Cosmos, who's even more familiar with Ayu and her mood swings than I am, giggles.
That's really nice of you, Ayu. I'm glad you care about me so much. I don't stop putting words in my mouth, you dummy.
Cosmos and Ayu both begin to fade away from my view, taking Ayu's one-sided bickering along with her. I guess the dream they sent me is coming back to an end, and with it my consciousness begins to return. I blink, my eyelashes trembling, and then...
Sarah, Mr. Kasawara, are you awake?
Huh? I've started, my eyelids widening as roughly. I find myself putting the world of the living. For in this case, shaken might be the most accurate word to use. I can feel a pressure about my shoulders and fingers curled against my skin. My body shifts up and down, not unless of my own volition, and the back of my head hits against my pillow with a dull thump. It feels a bit like I'm undergoing an earthquake. I blink, white spots flaring momentarily across my vision, then stare. The blurriness about the fringes of my vision eventually dissipates, and when it does... There she is! My maid girl! Dude. Elizabeth, I freaking love that girl.
Mr. Kasawara!
I eventually see what, or in this case who, was causing my discomfort. A very pretty, beautiful, Almost porcelain face hovers above my own, in which are set a pair of bright red irises, lined with full white lashes. This doll-like face is framed with masses of curly hair, which tumble about a pair of slender shoulders clad in a black dress. Dude, I wish she would wake me up like every day like this. Anyway, a few strands of this loose hair brushed against my cheeks, almost like an embrace, which makes me shiver. I know, of course, who this face and who this hair belongs to. This is Elizabeth, last name redacted. Oh yeah, we don't know that. A maid who works in the service of the Astorian royal family. Elizabeth is fiercely loyal to her mistress, the Princess Stefania, and she would, from what I've gathered after spending time with her, sacrifice her life for her lady's sake. Elizabeth isn't engaged in a particularly death-defying feats right now, however, she's doing nothing more strenuous than trying to get me out of bed. I appreciate her attentiveness, although... Hey, somewhat awkwardly I survey Elizabeth. She's looming over me, her thighs pinning me in a place on the mattress so I can't escape. As far as wake-up calls go, this one is pretty intimate. Do you have to straddle me like that?
Oh!
Elizabeth raised an eyebrow impassively.
Do you have a problem with our current positions, Mr. Ogasawara?
It's a bit awkward, yeah, especially first thing in the morning. If anybody were to walk
In on us like this, they definitely get the wrong idea.
Oh, you don't need to worry about that. Nobody will come in. I've made it quite clear to the other maids that I shall be the only one to service you in the mornings, Mr. Ogasawara.
Service me? What do you mean? I repeat this dumbly. I hot flash spraying across my face. I don't think Elizabeth means that in a licentious manner, at least I don't think she does, but this particular turn of phrase is conjuring up some pretty lewd imaginings in my depraved mind. Hey, don't blame me, okay? I date a solid big group of succubus, okay? We have a harem of them. Of course, my mind would be like that. I don't suppose it helps that not so very long ago Elizabeth and I really did get up close and personal in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yes, service you.
Elizabeth affirms with a nod of her head.
I would not let any of the palace's other maids, well-meaning though they may be, lay a finger upon you. They are not worthy of attending you. You are a special guest of Milady's, and as such, you deserve to be treated with the best maid Milady has at her disposal, namely, myself.
Phew! I whistle. You're awfully confident in your abilities. You know what? Now I'm curious about something regarding Sakura Succubus 6. Don't mind if I check that. By the way, goddammit, people already are dropping achievements in this. What the heck? Like, I'm looking at the achievements and... It looks like it is a little bit problematic. I don't know what's with Wingcloud, but they seem to be making mates to be like so devoted to one person. It's a little disappointing. Dude, I want the mate, okay? I don't want a princess. I don't care about the princess, I want the mate. As easy as it is. I wonder if maybe the achievements lie, but yeah. Anyway, maybe I just read the achievements incorrectly as well, because some of them are not technically having the description. Anyway, still, I would definitely choose the mate, always. I don't care about the princess too much. She's cute, but...
Should I not be? I know my worth, both as a maid and a woman, as should you. There is nothing I will not do to appease you, Mr. Ogasawara.
Alright, if I had an elapsed fever, they've since been expunged. It can be hard to tell with Elizabeth, given that she tends towards the emotionless, but I'm pretty sure she's trying to flirt with me. There is nothing else this could be.
Still, I do not wish to command all of your attention, not this morning at least. Your presence is wanted. That is why I came to wake you, and why I chose to employ such unconventional methods in doing so. It is of paramount importance that you rouse yourself as quickly as possible.
Oh? I blink. What's going on?
Do you not know?
Elizabeth examines me scoffingly.
Milady is waiting for you, and I am sure you do not wish to keep her on tetherhooks. I spoke to her the night prior, and it seems she's most looking forward to your date today. She's so very excited, it would be the height of rudeness to delay it matters.
Oh, right. I nod. Realization, at long last, downing. I think I must have been pretty out of it for this to sleep my mind. Or you know, you're like me. You're interested in the mate and not the princess, because the mate is so much better. Anyway, that hyper-realistic dream I had about Ion Cosmos, planted as I can now perceive by Ion Cosmos themselves, must have scrambled my mind. I can remember everything now, for it's all falling into place. Still, I understand that, for I didn't know Stefania wanted me to take her out on a date today. We didn't make any concrete plans. I didn't realize.
That milady was being serious?
Elizabeth narrows her eyes.
Please do not tell me, Mr. Gaswara, that you made this promise with milady willy-nilly, with no intention of actually upholding it. Milady has been eagerly anticipating this date all morning. She was so excited, in fact, she awoke at the crack of dawn, when the clock had only but struck 6.
What is wrong with her?
Turning her down now would be an act of utmost cruelty, akin to crushing her poor fragile heart beneath your unworthy heel. As milady's top mate, I cannot condone that. If you cause milady pain, then I shall amplify said pain twofold, and inflict it upon you.
Elizabeth's pale fingers sink into my shoulders, just hard enough to hurt. And Hiroki is like,
Ooh, I'm into that kind of thing, actually. Wink, wink.
Anyway.
Do you want me to insert pins beneath your fingernails, Mr. Gasawara? I might appear dainty, but I assure you I'm strong enough to manage feats which would make a demon blush for the sake of preserving milady's smile.
What? No, of course no. I don't want that.
Gee, Elizabeth.
I scramble back in bed, the covers rumpling about me, and get to my feet, staggering as I do so. I'm not about to turn Stefania down. I don't like this line. I'm excited about this date too. Not really. Not gonna lie, not really. I'm just surprised all about the timing. I didn't think we'd be going out so soon.
And?
I wanted to go out with you first. Anyway, Elizabeth's eyes narrow.
Is that a bad thing? Do you not wish to spend your time in milady's company?
No, I want to spend time with you. God damn it. Now, did I say that?
Not in those exact words, I suppose.
Then don't go leaping to wild conclusions. I get that you care about Stefania. Your loyalty is remarkable. You are over loyal. Much over loyal. Really, but I'm not some scumbag who's about to take her for a ride. I'm just tired, is all. I had a pretty intense dream last night, and I didn't get much sleep. I'm still kind of dazed. That doesn't mean I'm not happy about this whole... Yeah. That couldn't be farther from the truth, for I would rather go with you, again. I think I'm a pretty fortunate guy, all things considered, that a cute girl like Stefania has taken such interest in me, for I would much more prefer that it was you. Anyway, of course, not all of that is said, you know, it's in his mind. In my mind, for... If I seem hesitant about all of this, that's cause I can't help but feel like I'm not worthy of spending time with her. She pressed her lips together in contemplation.
I suppose you have a point. Milady's a princess, while you're nothing but a commoner.
Yeah, you don't have to spell it out.
However...
Elizabeth's expression softens, and once more she appraises me.
For a commoner, you're rather considerate. I'm happy to hear that you are thinking of milady, despite my threats. Am I to take it you have no qualms in spending the day with me lady then?
I have one or two qualms, I guess. Some of which involve my fear that the paparazzi might find out about this and publicize my relationship with Astoria's princess, and others of which involve my newfound fear Elizabeth might gut me if I fail to satisfy Stefania. But what the heck? I'm not about to make Stefania cry. If she wants to go on a date with me, then I'll do my best to satisfy her. It's the least I can do when she's been such a gracious hostess.
Wonderful. I'm very pleased to hear it. I will hasten to inform milady of the good news.
And I would be like, hey, Elizabeth, when are we going on a date for? No, seriously, damn it. Come on.
You should really get dressed first, however. You can hardly speak to milady in that slovenly state, not when you go on a date. You need to make a good impression.
I know. Mom. I click my tongue. Just give me a little while to get ready, okay?
I'll give you 10 minutes. Keeping milady waiting any longer would be an unpardonable crime.
Easy. Come on. 10 minutes for a guy is easy. Let's face reality. It is easy. Especially when we are in a rush. Like, dude. Easy. Shower, teeth, clothes. I'm good, ready. Ready. Don't underestimate me.
Please don't make me break your kneecaps.
Right. Sure. I shudder. I don't... Elizabeth's voice is so staid, I can tell how serious she's being. Would surely inflict bodily harm upon me if I take a second too long with my morning ablutions. I thought Elizabeth was a sensible woman, but I've started to think she might be even scarier than Yue. I mean, to be fair, Yue, we have her around the finger, kind of. I don't know about that. I wash my face and brush my teeth in double quick time, mindful of Elizabeth's threats, then pull on a set of clothes warm enough to insulate me from the wintry winds. By the way, I had to get up today, earlier than usual, when I'm recording this. It would be wise of me to stop here, but as you know, I'm also kinda crazy, so... Freshly dressed and ready to go, I then reconvene with Elizabeth, who was waiting for me dutifully outside my bedroom door. Elizabeth then escorts me through the expansive hallways of the palace and down an impressive set of steps to the ground floor. This is the same route I've taken numerous times during my stay in the palace, and it's become almost familiar to me. I don't necessarily need Elizabeth's guidance, but I accept it nonetheless. I'm only too aware that as a maid, Elizabeth takes nothing more seriously than her duties towards A. Princess Stefania, and B. Princess Stefania's guests. I'm a bit fearful that if I were to shrug aside Elizabeth's offer to help with a churlish, I can do it myself, I might offend her. I can't see any reason to make enemies with Stefania's dearest ally, so I choose instead to comply with her. Dude, I want to date her, not the princess, the maid. You know, just if I haven't made myself clear so far. Eventually we make it to the parlor, where Stefania is waiting, and the moment I see her... I mean, she wears the same clothes as previously, I believe. She looks the same as previously, I believe. Anyway, oh. I feel what little breath I still possess after my walk through the palace leaving me. Come on, man, really? Stefania isn't tired for once in her blue and white gown. Wait, is it really the same? Isn't it? Wait a second, I need to play the video. YouTube, for uploads, Sakura Succubus, part 7. Oh, that might have been a mistake actually. That's the intro music from the video, that's correct. Okay, that's the night gown. Oh yeah, it is different clothes. I haven't even noticed. Dude, she has the third set of clothes already. What the heck? In the game. Wing Cloud went nuts with that, I guess? Still, I prefer the maid. Always. Stefania isn't attired for once in her blue and white gown, replete with the tiara, and she isn't wearing her wispy lilac nightgown either. She's clad instead in a sweet dress with a bell-shaped skirt, which fans out about her thighs like the head of a flower. To complete the look, she's wearing a thick cable knit cardigan, and her blonde fluffy hair is tied back into 2 girlish pigtails. Stefan's outfit is comprised of pale blue and mint green shades, with a lot of white thrown in for good measure. Her skirt is short enough to off her slender legs, which are clad in a pair of white knee-high stockings, but her overall appearance isn't at all scandalous. If I had to describe Stefania's outfit in one word, perhaps I'd use cozy.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
She looks incredibly fluffy. Fluffy? Maybe. It's like she has a sweater on top, kind of. I mean, at least around her hands. Anyway. When she's dressed as a princess, Stefania gives off a certain air of regal authority. Does she? I don't know, man. In these clothes, however, she looks much more like your average girl next door. To be honest, she always seems like that to me. She just... You know, everyone just points out she's a princess. The sort who'd be willing to pour you a glass of barley tea and listen to all your work-related whoos. She looks pretty, that much is undeniable, but it's in an innocent, unassuming sort of way, which makes my heart melt. I thought Stefania looked good in her nightgown, but I think I might have to reassess my previous opinion. No, the nightgown wins. This outfit makes it apparent that she does, in fact, look good in everything. You say everything, but it's the third set of clothes you see her in, so... But let's face it, I mean, all of the Wink Cloud girls would look good in anything, to be fair. Or like 97.3% of them, yes.
Oh, Hiroki!
Stefania greets me shyly when I enter the parlor, both her hands clasped at her front. She didn't seem all abashed last night after she happened upon me in her nightclothes, but now she looks much more self-conscious. She's awkward, in fact, she's having genuine trouble meeting my eye. I wonder why. She's actually wearing more clothes now than she was last night. Why then is her face so flushed?
It is, very good to see you, what do you think of my outfit?
I think you look great. Answer without pause, earnestly enough. I'm not sure what else there is for me to say, really, other than a more bombastic "You look freaking amazing!" which would probably embarrass Stephanie more than she is already.
Do you really think so?
Stefania looks down at herself, uncertainty written across her fair face.
I'm not accustomed to dressing clothes such as this. In the palace, I usually wear fancy gowns and dresses that my mother picks out for me, and of course my tiara. Without all my finery, I feel somewhat naked. Elizabeth assured me as she had me dressed this morning that all girls wear clothes such as this when they go on dates, but I'm uncertain. I know so little about the world outside the palace, it's impossible for me to say what's normal and what's not. This dress...
Stefania picks at the hem of said dress.
Do you think it's too short for me?
It's perfect. It's perfect length. I think it could be even shorter. Oh, wink wink. We are not going to say that. It's the perfect length, yeah. No, it's fine. I reassure Stefania while smiling. I think it's the perfect length.
Do you really think so?
It is somewhat short, yes, but it is simply...
Come on, Stefania. Look at Elizabeth. It's way shorter there. Not that I complain.
But that is simply how women wear the skirts. Nowadays, it is a fashion statement. Wear the hem and longa. You would be taken for one with no knowledge of modern trends.
Meanwhile, men. Yeah, we actually don't give a damn. Which is true.
You don't want to look like your grandmother, Lady Gertrude, do you?
Oh no, perish the thought. would like to look hip and trendy. Is that what they also today say? But I think there should be some limits.
Hip. Okay. Stefania continues to tug at the hem of her skirt, all the while wearing an expression which borders on anguished.
A sudden gust of wind would be enough to expose anything.
I guess that's a possibility, yeah, but don't worry. If you're scared about exposing too much, I can lend you a coat. My coat. It should be able to cover most of you up.
Just for count of you, but would that really be alright?
Sure, we're going on a date, so it's my job to see to it that you're comfortable. My coat is yours for the taking, should you ever need it. You only have to ask, milady. I drop Stefania an exaggerated bow. I'm only joking really, but Stefania seems to take my words in earnest because she smiles.
Oh, why thank you. Which is very kind of you. I feel a lot better now. I'm still a bit anxious about this outfit. It sits so very strangely on me. But I suppose that is the point. I asked Elizabeth to sew me something quite unlike my usual clothes, so nobody would recognize me.
Wait, you sewed it? In a night? What?
This is part of my disguise.
Disguise. Wait, what? You mean you expect people to not recognize their princess in that? Right. Totally makes absolute sense, definitely. Without a doubt, no one would notice that you are the Princess of Astoria, definitely. No one will recognize that you are Stefania, the Princess of Astoria. I would say your full name, but I don't remember it. Oh. Wait, did you make this outfit yourself, Elizabeth?
I did indeed. Milady asked last night that I prepare suitable clothes for today's date. Not wishing to disappoint her, I stayed up all night, researching various fashion trends and collating them in order to craft something that would show off all her charms. Once I had the pattern down, I set to work procuring the fabrics from my stores and sewing everything together. I was kept so busy I had but a scant hour of sleep last night.
An hour. My eyebrows shoot up, my forehead in surprise. That's kind of intense. Aren't you tired?
Somewhat, yes. My own feelings of exhaustion, however, are immaterial. I'm not really happy to see Milady looking so lovely, as I knew she would. If she asked, I would gladly give up all of my sleep for her sake. That is the extent of my feelings for Milady.
What is wrong with you? Honestly.
She deserves nothing less, being so charming.
Yeah, go to sleep is what I would say. And hey, Princess Stefania, can you tell Elizabeth to take better care of herself? She's not me, okay? She's not recording videos in the middle of the night despite having work the next day. Okay, actually, I'm doing exactly that. I might be getting really little sleep. Also, I know I've been putting Sakura Alien and Sakura Succubus 5 a few videos a day. We are not doing this with Sakura Succubus 6. We are going to take it kind of slowly. Devour the game slowly. Enjoy it. Or something like that. I think so. Man. Really, I wish there was a date with Elizabeth for come on. Don't make this game about the princess. But, yeah, you need to take care of yourself too, Elizabeth. Maybe you should take a nap today if you can. I'll look after Stefania in your stead so you don't fret. I'm sure I can show her a good time.
Oh, Hiroki, you're so cool.
That's because I care about Elizabeth's well-being very much. Stefania sighs breathlessly, swayed I think by my reassurances. Elizabeth meanwhile looks similarly appeased. A small smile captures her lips, and lightly she says,
Were you any other man? I don't question your words. When you speak hence, however, I cannot help but feel reassured. Perhaps I will take you on your kind offer and allow myself to rest. I hope only that the pair of you enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, and tomorrow we are going out. Today, so yeah. Come on. Come on! Let's do it! Please, game!
There is nothing that makes me happier than your happiness, milady.
I see. I wish she would feel about her own happiness a little bit as well. Actual happiness, not that bullcrap kind of, I would say. Come on. Sometime later. Same day, of course. Goodness, Rosenberg is so scenic. I had no idea how lovely it was, particularly during this time of the year, when the ground is all frozen. It looks just like a scene from a storybook. A cheerfully smiling Stefania glances about the paved city streets, her pale blonde hair fluttering with every step she takes. It's a cool day, despite the one sunshine which shimmers through gaps in the clouds, and the gentle breeze nudges the ends of Stefania's hair and the hem of her dress. It's a wonder she isn't cold. I feel cold simply looking at her. She's displaying quite a lot of her thighs. I ask Stefania whether she's alright. I've not forgotten my earlier promise to lend her my coat. If that need should arise, but she refuses laughingly.
Oh no, I'm quite alright. Thank you for concern for Hiroki.
Are you sure? It's pretty nippy today.
Yes. I suppose this. I'm used to it, for Astoria is a very cold country. Even our summers are mild.
Wait, what? Didn't that say that this is on the border of Germany and Netherlands? I think that's how it was described. Is it really there? Cold there? I mean, it's pretty much Poland. Anyway.
As a child, I used to play out in the snowdrifts with my nurse.
Nurse, you say? Can I meet her?
I love going sledding in the hills. I would often end up stuck, head first in the snow. My nurse had to uproot me like a turnip and shake the snowflakes from my hair. I never minded, for I thought it was a good deal of fun.
And you never caught hypothermia while you were playing outdoors?
Well,
Stefania smiles coyly, her fingers link at her front.
maybe I did once or twice, or 20 times, but I never suffered from any serious ailments. We Asturians are a hardly bunch. I might look it, but I'm very strong.
Yeah. I feel like, I would say my generation is like that. I actually talked about that with my friend on Sunday, because we're kicking footballs on the pitch a little bit. And we talked about how the kids nowadays are kind of sheltered a lot. Not like when we were kind of kids. Which has been a long time ago, but yeah. Like, you know, a little rain and it's instant go home. Some snow, go home. Temperature dropped, go home. Like, and then, you know, they are sick all the times. It's kind of crazy. Then again, I mean, luckily enough, there are still kids out here that basically spend their pretty much childhoods outdoors, which is good to see. And, well, definitely their resistance will be higher. Just like in my case, I pretty much never got, like, seriously sick. Like, my only feeling of being sick is a running nose. Yeah. Pretty much that's it. Anyway, back to the proper thing, so Sakura Succubus 6. Sakura. Stefania flexes her non-existent muscles, which makes me smile. If Stefania were even slenderer than she is, her arms would be like sticks. I don't think all that Karuta has done much of help to her tone her body.
Really, Fa? It's been a long while since I last visited Rosenberg. It looks much the same as I did when I was a girl.
I mean, you still are a girl.
But it seems even more exciting now. I wonder why.
Maybe it's because you're not with your servants today?
Yes, that might be so. When I was a little girl, my nurse accompanied me everywhere. Then when I grew older, Lizzie became my new companion. I've spent so much of my life with Lizzie. I can't recall the last time I set foot outside the palace without her. I appreciate her company, of course. She's a very dear friend of mine, but...
Stefania sighs wistfully.
Sometimes I wish Lizzie wouldn't baby me so much. I'm a grown woman, and I'm more than capable of looking after myself. Other girls my age aren't accompanied by their mates when they go outside.
But because they don't have mates?
They have much more freedom than I do.
Well, you have that freedom now. I'm not about to tell you what you can and can't do. Not unless you get some truly crazy ideas into your head.
Truly crazy? Such as?
Shaving off all your lovely blonde hair, I guess. Or running away to join a circus. I don't think Elizabeth would be happy if I let you do that, and neither would your parents.
Oh my!
Stefania giggles.
I cannot deny. I wonder what it would be like to be a trapeze artist, or how it would feel like to ride on the back of a tiger through a flaming hoop.
Oh boy. This is such an old game. Circus, tiger, flaming hoops. You know what game I'm talking about, right? I don't remember the title of it, but there was a game like that. On the really old consoles. Stefania, no!
But...
Stefania grins, her green eyes glinting coyly.
I think going on a nice, normal date with you sounds more enjoyable than all the grand old adventures in all the world.
Oh, I see. So she was just teasing me, which was fairly obvious. Stefania's more mischievous than she might look. Her current smile is downright impish. Gee. I exhaled, my shoulders slumping. It's so cold my breath escapes my pursed lips in a translucent cloud like mist. Actually, you can see that. Like even the water, right? It seems like water has the higher temperature. And there is some of mist around it. That's nice. For also that might be actually snow. Anyway. You almost gave me a heart attack. Don't say scary things like that. I've never had to look out for a princess before. It's pretty heavy responsibility as it is. Without you making it worse.
Sorry about that, Hiroki.
Okay, that is cute. That is cute. Dude, I'm screenshotting it right now. This is a thumbnail. Even if I wanted to use Elizabeth, not gonna lie, as a thumbnail. Still giggling, Stefania loops her arm through mine.
I'll try to behave myself while we're together, but please, let me have some fun. It's so horribly stuffy in the palace. I need to cut loose every once in a while.
Yeah, cutting loose is fine, so long as you don't seriously mean to ride on the backs of any tigers.
Oh, I shan't. I'll be on my best behavior, to an extent, I promise. Now.
Stefania scans the plaza and soon her eyes alight upon an intriguing sight. There's a food cart not too far away which is painted in pastel hues, from which is a delectable aroma is wafting. Based on all its signage, this cart looks like it's dedicated to the making and selling of crepes. Let's go.
Oh, Hiroki!
Stefania tugs at my arm like a woman possessed, then points with childish glee towards the aforementioned cart.
Can we get crepes? Please. I've not had a crepe in years. They really are delicious, especially with chocolate sauce and whipped cream.
You like whipped cream on your crepes? Crepes? Crepe? Whatever. I don't know. Sure, let's say first one. I'm pretty fond of whipped cream too. It's truthful. It's true. It's freaking delicious. Especially made by, you know, your own. Or, you know, basically a made one. Not some crap that you get from like a bottle or whatever. Actual whipped cream. Yeah.
You are?
I am, yeah. I think I screened a bit with this one. For I think privately I'm the most partial to whipped cream when I can link it up and pretty girl. It might be better not to mention this fall. Wait, was there a scene like that in one of the Sakura games? Dude, I don't even remember now. In Sakura Succubus games. Let's see, luckily enough I have a collection of CGs because I'm a freaking maniac in getting those. Hey, I mean, can you blame me for? And besides, they make for such a good wallpapers, it's kind of ridiculous. Okay, there is nothing here. On the other hand, it might not have been the CG as well with the whipped cream, but something in general. Yeah, I actually don't see anything like that around. I mean, I know in 5 there was definitely nothing like that. Was there something in the 4 where we were on the vacation? I'm not sure. Honestly, don't know. Never mind. Maybe there wasn't a scene like that. I don't take this date down a sleazy route, not when it's been so pure too far. You have great taste, Stefania.
Well, of course I do. I'm a princess, you know. My taste in food is impeccable, and so is my taste in men. Hoo-hoo!
She beams, then snuggles up beside me even more intimately. She's being so familiar. This date is starting to feel like the genuine article. It's almost like we're an actual lovey-dovey couple come out to enjoy the sights. Next we'll be sharing our food, holding hands and taking selfies together. Darn, the thought's so sweet, my heart's starting to stammer. Why am I blushing? I'm plenty used to female attention, given the whole Succubus harem. Thing about Succubi don't go in for cutesy dates like this. Succubi other than Cosmos, I mean. Yeah, Cosmos goes on dates like that, come on. Oh yeah, maybe. Wait, we did go on a date with Cosmos like that. To like a cafe. Maybe there was whipped cream there. Sakura. Dude, I need to look into this CGs again. I'm sorry about that. Cosmos, where are you? There you are. We did eat parfaits, so maybe that counts? Maybe. For all my experience when it comes to seduction, I don't have much experience with the softer, sweeter side of love. It's been a long time. I'm used since I went out with a woman like this. I guess I'd better make the most of it.
Let's get going, Hiroki. I'm starving.
How can you be starving? You had breakfast only a couple of hours ago.
Exactly. That was hours ago, and I'm hungry.
Hiroki, she woke up at 6, remember that? Anyway.
Besides.
Shiny Stefania scuffs at the icy ground with the tip of her shoe.
I need very much of a breakfast.
You didn't. I blink. I would have thought Elizabeth would be determined to get some good, hearty food into you. She seems like a commanding sort.
Yes, and she was, but I was so excited about our date. My stomach was all tied up in knots.
Oh, I see. I never had that problem. Like, even if I had something, I would be stressed. I would still be, you know, able to eat. And actually, I'm not talking about the date here. I don't think I've ever felt stressed about dates. And then again, well, maybe I wasn't excited about those dates as well. Yeah. Anyway. I exhale with newfound understanding, my breath once more escaping my lips in a hazy cloud of condensation. Well, if it's a crepe you want, it's a crepe you will get. I'm determined to make all your dreams come true today, milady.
Thanks, Hiroki. You're the best.
Savannah giggles, and then quick as a flash. She stands on her tiptoes and presses a kiss against my cheek. Where's the CG for that? It's a quick fleeting sort of kiss, which doesn't linger, but it makes me blush even more regardless. This was only supposed to be a pretty tense date, but my feelings for Stefania are getting rather complicated. I think I really might like her after all. How could I not? I mean, I like her too, but you know, she's way too cute not to love. I wouldn't go that far. She's not cutting it above the other girls for, not gonna lie.
My goodness, this is really yummy. It's even better than I thought it would be.
Oh yeah? I examine Stefania, smiling all the while. Dude, do we have them? I want some too. You know what? I need to check if there is anything close by. I remember last year they opened a booth. I know one place, but it is far, so I would not be able to get there in the morning. No, I thought so. Fuck. They had to open this freaking crappy Oriental restaurant with crappy food. Which I never... actually, I never ate there, but, you know, still. Not interested. Wait. What's open? Oh, whatever. Closed, closed, closed. Everything... I mean, kind of makes sense. Wait. This is pretty close. I wish I could have a look at the offer phone, I'm gonna lie. Ooh, this looks pretty good too. Great, now I'm freaking checking out what's going on in the, you know, places with sweets in my city. Just wonderful. To be fair, I mean, I will blame the game right now because I would actually like a crepe or something. Which is a little bit of a problem. Anyway, let's get back to game maybe, shall we? Shall we do that? I examine Stefania. Smiling all the while. I bought a crepe for her at her sweetly spoken behest, and now she's busy nibbling at it. Stefania holds her crepe, which is slotted in a cute cardboard container, in one hand. Stefania's other hand, meanwhile, rests against her cheek, upon which a small blob of cream rests, white and perfect, like a freshly piped rosette. The crepe I bought for Stefania is, as per her requests, full of strawberries and cream. Okay, good taste, good taste. It's so full of cream, in fact, I can see it trickling down the sides of a brown, freshly cooked side of her crepe, staining the tips of Stefania's dainty fingers. There is a bit of breeze and it blows as Stefania and I wander about Rosenberg streets. Wait, I know where the place might be. Oh, and it might be kind of close. I wonder if they have that stuff too. Dude, I know where to go, I think. I remember the booth. Oh, come on, please, 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 please show me there is some. Is it going to be that? I wonder. You open at 10? Fuck. Are you being serious? Then I can't go there. But wait, what do you have? You have... okay, I'm not really interested in French fries. Okay, you have... I mean, they have waffles, so that's not bad, I guess. Ice cream desserts, shakes. They don't have crepes for... I mean, waffles seem good to be fair. Too bad that they are open from 10 AM, not earlier. There's a bit of breeze and it blows as Stefania and I wander about Rosenberg's streets. Stefania's blonde hair tied back in 2 cute girlish pigtails flutter as does the hem of her skirt. Stefania's attire is every bit as pastel as the pale pink cardboard container which holds her crepe, and the splotches of cream on her cheeks seem, strangely enough, to complement her flushed skin. Stefania looks so cute, crepe in hand, she might as well be a painting. Framed as she is by all of Rosenberg's picturesque buildings, she reminds me of a fairy.
Yes, indeed. This is simply delicious.
A fairy with a fondness for whipped cream and a massive sweet tooth.
The delicacies the palace's cooks prepare are wonderful too, of course, but they cannot compare to this. It seems a wonder that food prepared upon the streets before my very eyes should taste so good. I feel I've been awfully ignorant growing up in luxury as I have, but now I'm beginning to see how wonderful simple pleasures like this can be. Nom 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 nom.
Stefania takes another bite of her crepe, her face glowing with sugar-induced happiness.
Oh, this is really divine.
I'm glad to hear it. You really do look like you're enjoying that. Although... Stefania inclines her head quizzically in my direction.
There isn't an issue with my etiquette, is there? I'm not accustomed to eating food with my hands. I do happen not going about it in the wrong manner.
No, it's fine. There aren't issues with the way you're eating. You're being quite dainty, in fact. But you do have a bit of cream on your cheek.
I do?
Stefania stares me aghast.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, there's only little cream. Don't worry about it.
But I must worry about it. I must look like such a mess. If Lizzie knew how clumsy I'm being, she would most certainly scold me.
I don't know if she'd go quite that far. I think Elizabeth would be happy simply to see you having fun.
Oh, maybe so, but I was born a lady. I was taught to mind my manners from a young age. I'm letting myself down. I don't want you to think of me as slovenly.
Actually, you know what? This would also do for a good thumbnail. Fuck, I don't know which one to choose. I don't think of you as slovenly. I was actually thinking, in fact, that you look very cute.
Cute!
Stefania stammers, her cheeks beginning to fluster.
I'm not certain about that. I thought I look very cute at present. Not with my face covered in cream. I look like a street urchin.
No, you do look cute. It's nice to see you getting so excited about food. Of all things, and I'm glad you're not being too self-conscious around me. I think we'd both be enjoying ourselves much less if you were constantly worrying about the way you look. I don't want you to feel self-conscious, I just want you to have fun. We're not in the palace, so you needn't worry.
Are you quite certain about that?
I am indeed. I'll prove it in fact. I take my phone out of my pocket, then hold it up, so the viewfinder is full of Stefania's cream-spattered face. Stefania observes me curiously, her brow furrowed.
What are you doing, Hiroki?
What do you think? I grin. I'm going to take a photo of you, obviously.
What?
Well, why not? Like I said, and I want to commemorate this moment. It's the first time you've ever had a crepe, so it feels like a pretty big milestone. No. Wait. It's the first time in a while. Come on, she said that.
But my face is dirty. You can't take a photo of me like this.
I can, and I will. I want to. Just do it. It's proof that you've gotten close enough to me to show off a more vulnerable side of yourself. I think you look perfectly precious.
Precious? I really think so.
Demurely, Stefania looks down at her feet.
I'm not so sure about that. This is all rather embarrassing. I've never had my photo taken like this before. Not on the street by a man and... well...
Stefania inhales, then gathering her courage, lifts her head. Her green eyes meet mine anew, and gently her lips curve upwards into a smile.
You're probably right. Lizzie wanted me to go on the side so I could experience new things, and this would definitely be new. I do feel a bit shy, not to mention self-conscious, but maybe that's a good idea, you think, right? My heart's pounding so hard, like it does when I'm playing Garota. But it's warm, gentle kind of feeling. I think it's alright if you want to take my photograph after all. I want to remember this day too.
You do. I might have been the one to suggest this, but I don't want to be too pushy, and neither do I want to make Stefania feel uncomfortable. Is this really alright?
Yes, it is. It is, yes. I don't have any qualms. You can take a photo of me, even if my face is dirty. I'll give you permission. I wouldn't let anybody else take so many liberties with me, given my status as a princess, but when it comes to you...
Dude, I start to think that maybe she is a succubus in the end.
You're special to me, Hiroki, and I really do like you.
Oh boy, we're in trouble. Later that evening. Is it like a Ferris wheel?
Oh, I had such a good time today.
Stefania smiles at me, her green eyes glittering with girlish joy. After wandering around Rosenberg for several hours, enjoying its size and sampling a lot of food, mostly sweets, Stefania and I eventually wound up at a large Ferris wheel. I'm so good at noticing that. Located a stone's throw away from the main plaza. By this point, the sun has already set and the sky is strewn with stars. The moon, meanwhile, hovers above the spokes of the giant Ferris wheel like a crystal ball, white, bright, and enigmatic. Stefania's face is illuminated not only by the moon, but by the assortment of lights inserted in the chassis of the Ferris wheel, which flicker in the dark like fireflies. The gondola we're ushered into is fairly small, and there's not much space for the pair of us. We sit facing one another, packed in tight, my knees bumping against Stefania's. Fortunately, Stefania doesn't seem to mind the close proximity. She doesn't look at all bashful, as I feared she might be on her very first date. Stefania instead seems to have enjoyed all we've done together thus far. That previous remark of hers all but confirmed it, unless she was simply trying to be polite. I doubt even the world's best actress could fake a smile as ebullient as the one which is currently playing about her lips. However, Stefania looks so happy. Her face is positively glowing.
Thank you, Hiroki, for agreeing to this selfish wish of mine. I'm sure I've been a nuisance, dragging you about hither and thither so ceaselessly, but you've never once complained. You've put up with every single one of my whims, and indeed you've indulged in them. I'm your debt.
Hey, don't worry about it. You're making this day sound totally one-sided, but it wasn't not at all. Sure, you might have been a bit enthusiastic while we were walking around, but that's not at all a bad thing. I'm glad you had so much fun.
You are?
Shy demure girls who hang back, letting the guy plan everything out, can be sweet in their own way, but it takes a real load off my shoulders when my partner takes some initiative. I wouldn't have liked to dictate everything we did together, not when you were looking forward to this date so much. It's satisfying, I guess, that you trust me enough to tell me what you actually want to do. It makes me feel like I've gotten even closer to you. You didn't sound too forward.
Oh no, I feel like I've become closer to you too. I liked you the moment I first laid eyes upon you, but I never knew I'd come to like you quite as much as I do.
Huh?
You are very dear to me, and you're so very considerate too.
Yeah, I could say the same about you, Stefania. I smiled bashfully, and running hand through my hair say, "No, but I come to think of it, I've been calling you that all day, huh?"
Indeed you have. Why? Is there a problem with it?
Not at all. It took a bit of getting used to after calling you princess for so long, but I like the intimacy. I didn't mean it's like the Japanese thing with the names. Come on, let's face it, we Europeans would not have a problem with that. Stefania is a lot to get my mouth around, for I'm still not sure if I've gotten the hang of it. No, it's not.
Oh yes, I can imagine there are many people called Stefania in Japan.
It's not a name I've ever come across before, certainly. There were 3 Yunas in my class back when I was in high school, and 2 Tamakis, but I can't say there were any Stefanias. I suppose that makes you unique, but maybe it'd be easier if I gave you a nickname.
A nickname?
Stefania beams at me expectantly, her eyes shining.
Oh, I've never had a nickname before.
Yes, you did. Hazel nicknamed you already, kind of. Steffi.
What would you like to call me?
Steffi, maybe. What about Funny? Cece might be cute. How about Wifey? No. Going from the bottom. No. 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 Let's go Steffi. Even though Hazel already calls her that, but I feel like it's the best option, to be fair. And, like, the safest.
Oh, Steffi.
Stefania beams.
I like that.
You do.
Yeah, I've thought that my name sounds much too stuffy and formal. Even if you remove the Sophia, Maria, Isabella part.
That's true. But again, like... Wait, I think she said she liked her name.
Steffi is a much cuter alternative. Isn't that what Hazel was calling me?
Thank you. Oh my god, I'm glad I remembered, even though I just played the game, but you know, my memory kinda sucks. Oh yeah, you're right, now that you mention it, maybe that's where I picked it up from. I guess I'm not as original as I thought.
If Hazel's been calling me that, then you can too. I have no qualms with it. In fact, I welcome our newfound closeness. Huh?
Same here. I smiled, touched at Stefania's joy. We're not just close in the emotional sense right now, either, but in a physical sense too. When Stefania shifts, I can feel the hem of her skirt brushing against my pants. This touch isn't quite as stimulating as direct skin or on-skin contact, but it's enough to make my heart flutter regardless. Stefania, I can't help but ponder as I serve her face, is awfully pretty. She's so pretty, in fact, I'm struck with the urge to lean in and...
Hiroki.
Stefania's voice, soft as falling feathers, draws my mind away from those licentious musings.
I must thank you again for being so patient with me. I know I seem hopelessly naive to you. There is a good delight to know, having lived in the palace all my life, but you've been a wonderful partner. With you, I feel very safe and warm.
Still smiling, Stefania rests a hand upon her chest.
And happy too. It's strange, but for some reason my heart won't stop pounding. Perhaps this is selfish of me, but...
She begins to squirm, her face flushed.
Though we've had a wonderful time together, part of me still wants more. I fear there's something of me when you have a fiancé who adores you, but Hiroki, please, if this is supposed to be a date, then, I was wondering, the couple of the night, whether you would,
I would what?
Well, you know, I don't want to ask for too much, but Lizzie told me such matters as fairly standard between men and women. She said sex dates often and like this. Of course, I know a little of the subject. And I've not been on a date before, so perhaps she was teasing me. But if you dare say the truth to her words, then
Stefania swallowed her slender throat, convulsing.
I would like it very much if you could. I can't say it. It's embarrassing.
That's right, Steffi. Finally taking pity on my cute partner, I reach in and take my hand in her own. I say, I know what you want, and no, I don't think you're being selfish. I'm more than happy to make your dreams come true. This is your very first date, after all, and I want it to be as perfect as possible.
Oh, Hiroki.
Smooch. Stefania sighs tremulously, her pale lashes falling shut, as very carefully I lean in and overlap my lips with hers. Okay, so I know she might be a succubus, but whatever, right? On the other hand, I also feel like she isn't. If anything, I would say Elizabeth might be. And as for Stefania, I mean, she might be the first human girl in the harem. Kinda crazy. But then again, maybe she's a succubus still. But like, her succubus part is not very strong. Something like that. Stefania sighs against my mouth, her slender shoulders shaking as I kiss her. Our kiss is just a gentle one, which is only to be expected. This is Stefania's first, and I don't want to take things too quickly. I don't want to upset her. Our kiss is a fleeting thing, soft and delicate, but it makes my heart flutter. I mean hammer, regardless. Stefania is adorable. And you know what happens to me after all that food, checking that out, and so on? I'm actually hungry right now. Just wonderful. Games always do that to me. My date with Stefania concluded. We returned to the palace later that night. The memory of Stefania sleeps against mine hovers at the front of my mind throughout the journey back and later during our opulent dinner. I'm so preoccupied with my Stefania-related musings and of the softness of her mouth that I find myself missing my own mouth numerous times while trying to eat. I drop bits of exquisitely prepared while on the tablet and on my thighs, which makes Marina sigh.
Goodness me, Hiroki, you're being awfully clumsy. Don't tell me your motor functions are beginning to fail you. You aren't that old, for I suppose you're oft subjected to rather rigorous workouts given your love life.
Marina smiles seductively.
If I'm being too hard on you, you don't need to tell me. I should try to ease up in the future, lest I drain you of all your vitality. You've been kinda spaced out for a while there, Hiroki, old buddy. Old pal. Did something good happen? Don't tell me.
Hazel glances over to Stefania, who, like me, has been making a dog's dinner of her. Well, dinner.
You two didn't get up to something, did you?
What? No, we didn't. I try to defend my honor and Stefania's to little avail. Hazel's insinuations have spread about the dinner table like wildfire, and now both Hifumi and Marina are looking at me askance.
Something?
Hifumi raises an eyebrow.
My, I wonder what that could have been? I wonder indeed. Maybe my worrying was for naught. You can't be wary, Hiroki, despite your many obligations. You have strength enough to seek out further conquests. I'm not sure whether I should be amused or aggrieved. Clearly, I've not been keeping a tight enough leash on you. We're gonna put Hiroki on leash right now. Would you walk him like a dog? I might, if he doesn't object to it. What do you think? Would you like to be my puppy?
No, not really. Not into that kind of thing, no.
You certainly go into heat enough, you filthy animal.
Yeah, I don't like that. Oh, that's not fair. I retort, my face fury. I didn't do anything wrong.
Really now?
Marina scoffs.
That's what you say, but you can't fool me. Don't think I have not noticed how steadfastly you've been avoiding our dear hostess's eyes throughout this meal. Is there something you'd like to share with the rest of us?
No. I glance away from Marina, my body prickling with sweat. You're reading into it too much? Nothing happened? Really? Nothing unless you count against. It's not like I coped a feed of Stefania in the Ferris wheel or anything. Something what could have. Whoa. Oh, okay, flashback. The memory of Stefania sleeps upon my assails me once more. She felt incredibly soft and she smelled incredibly good too. Up close, she looks more adorable than ever before. Back from the flashback.
Hiroki! After Hiroki!
Ace rises from her seat, then waves her hand in front of my face.
Are you there, Hiroki? Don't tell me you've drifted off into la 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 land! Oh, leave him be. It is clear from a glance that our poor darling has been afflicted. Afflicted?
Hazel draws back, her expression dubious.
Should I keep my distance? I don't want to get sick before my tennis tournament. Oh no. I don't believe his disease is catching. It is, however, rather serious. I'm no doctor, but even I can discern that he's quite lovesick.
To be fair, it's funny how, he's into Stefania. Meanwhile, the guy that is deciding everything here is into Elizabeth. God damn it. I can't possibly focus on eating, not with all these eyes upon me. Or not upon me in Stefania's case. This is unbearable. My skin is prickling and my stupid face won't stop flashing. Maybe Hifumi's right. It was only a kiss. But since then, I've not been able to regard Stefania in the same way. Maybe I really have fallen for her. Curse me and my fondness for pretty woman, I'm so predictable. Yada. The night eventually falls, despite my discomfort, and I retreat to my luxurious bedchamber to relax upon my equally luxurious bed. By the way, we got 3 achievements out already. It's not late enough to sleep just yet, and I haven't taken the liberty of changing into my pajamas. I'm too tired after my day spent in Rosenberg with Stefania to do anything more strenuous than flipping through my phone. I look through my photo gallery and smile, lost in reminiscence at all the snapshots I took during my date. I've took a lot of photos of Stefania in particular, wearing her casual clothes, enjoying herself. I have photos of Stefania eagerly tucking her into her crepe, staring eyes wide at the fairy lights that festooned the streets, and her beaming whilst sitting in the Ferris wheel. She looks blissfully happy in every single one of these snapshots, more so than she usually does. Freed from the confines of the palace and the wave of the crown, she looks like an ordinary young woman out on a date. I bet these photos would fetch quite a lot of money if I was unscrupulous enough to sell them. These candid shots of Stefania would drive up the sales of any magazine or newspaper. I can imagine the headlines an unscrupulous paper might publish now. Astoria might be a cold country, but that didn't stop its princess Stefania going on a hot date. Read all about it. Okay, I'm surprised people actually read that stuff, to be honest. Just think about that makes me feel scummy. If my boss could see this treasure trove on my phone, he'd surely slap me on the back and congratulate me for a job well done. I have no desire, however, to sell any of these photos, no matter how valuable they might be. I didn't agree to go on a date with Stefania to turn a profit over on it. That really would be boorish. I went out with Stefania because I thought she might enjoy herself. I wanted her to have a good time, and I think my wishes were fulfilled. Possibly another flashback? Stefania's smile was so sweet I can still see it when I close my eyes. It's almost as though her radiantly happy face has been tattooed against my eyelids. I can remember too Stefania's shy confession when we sat together in the Ferris wheel. What? I remember the scent of her perfume and the warmth of her skin. Confession? You mean the fact that she asked you to kiss her? And the soft gentle pressure of her lips upon mine. Yes, okay, so that you consider confession, got it. Stefania's kiss has done for it was, made quite an impression. I didn't take a photograph of it, but that would be wholly unnecessary. I don't think I'll be forgetting it in a hurry. I set my phone to one side, sated by all my photographs, then pressed my trembling fingertips to my lips. For it was a couple of hours since Stefania brought our mouths together, I can still sense the ghostly imprint of her mouth upon mine. Her kiss was much more hesitant than those of my succubus girlfriends, not half so experienced marinas nor as demanding as Ius and US. Stefania, unlike my succubus harem, Cosmos excluded, has no prior knowledge of men. There was her very first kiss. I feel a bit like I've stolen something from Stefania, something irrevocably precious. I'm not sure if I'm worthy of taking a princess's first kiss, but I feel flattered, regardless that she thought to bequeath it upon me. Idly, I wonder what Stefania is doing right now. Is she lying in bed, a certain night gone, thinking about me just like I'm thinking about her? I turn thoughts of Stefania over in my head until...
Excuse me, Mr. Gaswara, may I come in?
A familiar voice on the other side of the door pulls me from my musings, coupled with a familiar rapping of knuckles. I know, of course, who it is. Hifumi, Marina, and Hazel would never address me as Mr. Ogasawara. My unexpected visitor can only be by the process of elimination, Elizabeth. Sure. I step in bed, then look at to the door. You can come in, I'm not doing anything. The door opens with a click at my approval, and in walks Elizabeth. She looks neat and pristine as per usual, her pale hair shifting about her shoulders. Elizabeth stands by my bedside and then, clearing her throat, says,
Ahem. If you're not busy, Mr. Ogasawara, would you care to join the princess in her private chambers?
Say what? Is that what Stefania wants? Elizabeth nods primly.
Her Highness conveyed me to you two to express that she would like to spend more time with you. From what I have heard about your date, and believe me, she has been most forthcoming with the details, it sounds like the pair of you have much to discuss.
Huh?
Surely you are not content to let your date end where it did. The night is not yet over and...
And Elizabeth smiles thinly.
There are many acts a couple can indulge in beyond chaste kisses.
I don't know how I feel about this situation, to be honest. Like, what?
The true meaning behind Elizabeth's words isn't lost upon me, and I soon find myself blushing. Is that what Stefania wants? I'm so confused by everything right now. Not gonna lie. But okay.
Milady is so sheltered, the poor thing I do not believe she herself wholly knows what it is she wants. I've known her for many years, however, and I can guess at her desires. Right now, Milady wants nothing more than to see you again. Would go and grant her that honor at the very least. A failure to do so might, I fear, break her poor heart. I would hate for you to reject her now, when she has such desperate need of you, particularly when you have made her so very happy.
Even though what I wanted is Elizabeth. I think Elizabeth might be lying it on a bit thick there, but I know what she's driving at. My dad... I actually would like this date to end because I want to go and eat something and then sleep. But yeah, my date with Stefania ended quickly before we had a chance to fully affirm our feelings for one another. I too would like to know how Stefania feels about all of this and about the kiss in particular. I was too awkward to barge into Stefania's private quarters on my own and ask her after, but if she's extending me an invitation, I might as well take her up on it. Alright then. I reply after only a brief pause. I want to see how Stefania is too. In fact, I would love to. Please lead the way.
I thought you might say that. You really are a gentleman, Mr. Ogasawara. Certainly, you're not one to leave a fair maiden hanging.
Smiling, Elizabeth bows her head, then beckons me over.
Now please follow me. The princess is waiting for you, and I know there is much she wishes to share with you.
I will not get what I truly desire, right? So Elizabeth...
Oh, Hiroki, I'm so happy that you agreed to visit me.
Stefania rises to greet me when I enter her bedchamber, a tremulous smile upon her pretty face. Stefania dressed not in the casual attire she wore during our date, or even her fine blue dress, but is in her nightgown. I suppose she must have been in the process of preparing for bed when she was struck with the desire to see me again. Was she so enthused she didn't think to change back into her everyday clothes? The thought is a flattering one, and I can't help but smile. This, I found myself thinking, is the first time I've been inside Stefania's bedchamber. Her room is even larger than mine, for I suppose should be expected given Stefania's status as a princess. Stefania's room boasts a large 4-poster bed, which looks plush, and a chandelier hangs from the ceiling, illuminating the patterned blue wallpaper. A vanity table stands next to her bed, upon which various perfume bottles and cosmetics are neatly arranged, and there are several potted plants scattered around in ornate vases. Stefania's room is very tidy, which speaks either of her own organizational skills or Elizabeth's. Probably Elizabeth's. Knowing Elizabeth, I bet she breaks her back to keep every square inch of this space spotless. Doubtless, Elizabeth would consider even the smallest speck of dust in Stefania's quarters to be a gross failing on her part. I hadn't come here to examine Stefania's bedroom though. I'm more interested in Stefania herself, which is not true when it comes to Lynx here. Sure, interested, yes, but more interested in Elizabeth again.
Hiroki?
Yes? I look at Stefania curiously. What is it?
I was just wondering, how much of the situation did Lizzie explain to you?
She said that you wanted to speak to me again. And she alluded in terms which weren't particularly uncertain that Stefania might want to do even more than that. I think I'd better of not telling Stefania that, for I don't want to make her feel anxious. But beyond that, she didn't tell me too much.
Really? That's a relief. I was afraid she might have given you strange ideas.
Would I, milady?
Elizabeth, who is standing silently by the doorway, now speaks up.
You ought to know that I wish for nothing more beyond your happiness. I have no desire whatsoever to make you feel uncomfortable. You asked me to summon Mr. Ogasawara hence, and so I did. As mate, I can do not but obey you.
Yeah, thank you. You're very good to me, Lizzie. I'm glad you didn't say too much.
Indeed, I did not. Discretion is my middle name.
Yeah, right. I'm amazed Elizabeth can lie to Stefania's face like that. Where does she get off being so brazen?
I think I'd rather Hiroki feel myself, and yet
Stefania sighs.
my feelings are so very complicated. I hardly know where to start.
Perhaps you could begin the beginning, milady. That, as I have found, is often the best way to go about such matters.
Yeah, of course. Forgive me for my ineptitude. I should try to calm myself.
Stefania irresolutely, one hand pressed to her chest, then looks to me. With wide eyes which seem to shine beneath the lights of her chandelier, Stefania then speaks.
I understand that this is an imposition, Hiroki, especially given the lateness of the hour, but I really couldn't wait to see you again.
Huh?
I fear much between us has gone unsaid. If I had a lovely time with you, I fear it is not enough, which isn't to say,
Stefania hastens to correct herself.
But I found your company lacking, or that I'm disappointed with how that I went. Nothing could be further from the truth. I'm very, very happy that we spent so much time together today, and I'm very blessed you would indulge me so, and yet,
Milady, please remember to breathe, else I fear you will hyperventilate. As much as you might like Mr. Ogasawara, I do not want you going to pieces for his sake.
Elizabeth crosses the room, then rests her palm against Stefania's slender back. Gently she massages it, while Stefania endeavors to inhale. Stefania breathes in slowly and deliberately, still shaking.
Thank you, Lizzie. I feel somewhat better now, although...
What is it? Is something the matter?
Oh yeah, something's the matter indeed, with my foolish heart. For you lavished a great deal of attention upon me during our date, and you were unfailingly kind and considerate towards me. I want even more of your time. I must be truly selfish, spoiled girl, but that kiss we shared in the Ferris wheel, magical though it was, simply wasn't enough. Now we're on intimate terms, Hiroki. I want to know you even better. I want you to kiss me anew, as you did before, but with even more passion. I wish you know what it feels like to be embraced as a woman. And if possible, I would like it if you could love me too.
But I kinda like Elizabeth. Is what I would say if I could. I started Stefania. Mutely for a few minutes struck up. I was expecting this kind of request, but I never imagined she'd sound so passionate while delivering it. Stefania's so worked up, she's trembling, and it really does look like she might cry. It must have taken her a lot of courage to say all of that. The sincerity of her request pierces my breast, and I sign sympathy for her. I hadn't planned to further deepen my relationship with Stefania, but if that's what she wants, then...
Oh goodness, just listen to me.
Stefania winces.
I must sound so desperate, or so I've heard, which isn't all that attractive in a woman. Why did I not hold my tongue? Please, Hiroki, forget all you heard. I like you and I don't want to make things awkward between us. None of this happened. My feelings are...
Out of control. Important. Oh, I kinda want to say out of control, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Listen, she's okay, but... Let's say out of control. Fuck it. Let's say it. I don't care.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm actually awfully silly, aren't I?
You are, yeah, because if you had any common sense, you would know that I am flattered to hear this.
What? You are?
Of course, I am. What man wouldn't be happy about being confessed to by a cutie like you? For I would prefer it if a certain maid confessed to me. You know, Lynx's additional comment. Now try to calm down. There's no need to panic. It's not that I'm going to reject you or anything. Is that so? I approach Stefania as I speak, then take her hand in my own. You're way too cute for that.
Did you think so?
I certainly do. I believe that you are one of the sweetest girls I have ever had the fortune of meeting. Mr. Ogaswari speaking nothing but the truth. You ought to trust him, particularly if you want your relationship with him to become even more intimate than it already is.
Oh my!
Stefania flusters.
This all seems to be happening so quickly.
Am I being too forward? Would you rather I leave? I mean...
No!
Stefania retorts quicker than I had expected, her eyes boring fiercely into my own.
I'm shy. Too much I cannot deny, and my heart will not stop pounding, yet being with you like this makes me feel very happy. I wasn't like when I said that I want to know you even better, Hiroki. I would endure any pleasantness for your sake, if only to bind myself to you for more fully.
Well, thanks. I'm glad to hear it, but you needn't worry about it. This won't be unpleasant. I think I'm experienced enough to show you a good time. This guy. Now, come here. I wind an arm around Stefania's back, my fingers played against her shoulder blades. Don't be afraid, we can take this nice and slow, just like this. So saying, I lean in. I should be kissing the maid like this. Elizabeth.
So angry about that.
And after a brief pause, I claim Stefania's quivering lips with my own. I kiss her gently, as though I'm handling a precious subject. Stefania is so light and slender, almost insubstantial, I don't want to hurt her. I mean, to take things slowly, but... I'm the one, as it transpires, who's taken by surprise. Stefania must want me even more than I anticipated, because after a brief pause, she begins to kiss me back. She presses her body against mine, then squeezes her eyes shut, her pale eyelashes matting together. Her teeth nip my lower lip in a clumsy manner, and I gasp from it. I didn't expect that. I also didn't expect that Stefania would use my shock to her advantage to slide her tongue inside my mouth. Oh my god. We are about to talk about saliva, aren't we? Sparks of electricity seem to shoot up my spine from our shared caresses, and I moan against Stefania's mouth. I will not moan. I have to wonder, as we gaze, Stefania taking the lead. Who taught her all of this? How did she become so brazen? Elizabeth! This remains a mystery for only a brief moment, however, before I finally figure it out.
Ah, young love, how charming. I'm rooting for you, milady. Kiss him with everything you've got. And snare his puny mortal heart and make him yours.
She's a succubus as well in mortal heart. That's a bit weird of a thing to say, but then again, it's a bit weird all over. Really? You don't get it? She's so weird, in fact, I bet she must have told Stefania everything about kissing. Maybe I wonder, as Stefania clumsily kisses me, Elizabeth's a bit even less. I might have to chastise her later. What in the world is she teaching Stefania anyway, but... For now, I'm content to enjoy the feeling of Stefania's mouth against my own. Though I'm a bit taken back by Stefania's forcefulness, I can deny one salient fact. Namely, that kissing her really does feel good. Wait, so... the question is... Then, is Elizabeth a succubus as well? I mean, just saying to Stefania that, you know... she's kissing the mortal implies that Stefania is immortal, so yeah. Suspicious.
Ah, it really is a pleasant night.
Stefania stands on the balcony which overlooks the palace gardens, dressed in the nightgown. Her blonde hair is tied back into her two signature pigtails, though they look slightly rumpled thanks to our earlier ministrations. Stefania's fingers are curled against the stone balustrades which line the balcony, and her eyes are are fixed upon the tops of the trees, and the moon which shines above them. Illuminated by the celestial light, Stefania's face, when viewed in profile, seems to shimmer. The pair of us are standing here quite alone. For once, Elizabeth didn't deign to join us. She seemed to sense, after a moment I shared with Stefania, that we'd want some time alone. Now Stefania is glancing at me from over her shoulder. She surveys me and, smiling softly, says,
Thank you, Hiroki, for complying with my selfish requests, and thank you for agreeing to observe the night sky with me.
It's alright, don't mention it. I smile at Stefania consolingly, while running a hand through my rumpled hair. I had a lot of fun myself, both on our date and earlier. I cleared my throat in an attempt to mask the embarrassed flush which has begun to spread across my face. Stefania too looks a bit bashful at our earlier dalliances, for she's smiling. Her face is dusky pink, like the petals of a flower. She looks so sweet and vulnerable, particularly in that short, sheer nightgown of hers, that I'm struck with desire once more to hold her in my arms and kiss her. I don't do that, however. I've tasted Stefania's mouth and eaten a memorable amount of times already. Asking for further kisses would be as selfish at this point. I want to make too many requests from Stefania, but maybe it's too late for that. We have grown very intimate after all, more so than I ever anticipated we would. I'm glad you invited me on today's date. It was nice seeing you so happy. You seem quite at your ease. But to be fair, me personally, I would like to go on a date with Elizabeth.
Oh, indeed, I was. It was so fun going on a date as a normal woman my age might. I felt for a few moments as though I wasn't Princess Stefania Sophia Maria's bell of a story about a normal girl, your girlfriend. If I'm not displeased with my lot in life, it was most invigorating to experience something so new.
Found it invigorating too, to help you in your discoveries. I smiled and ruffled the top of Stefania's head. You might be a princess in the palace, but with me you don't need to worry about such stuffy formalities. Remember, to me, you're not Princess Stefania, you are Steffi.
Oh, Hiroki.
Stefania smiles, then rests her head against my shoulder.
I'm very happy to hear that. You've no idea how much fun I had today, or tonight either. You really are a wonderful man.
No, I'm not. I'm nothing special, really. But I think it would be in a bad form to try and convince you otherwise. Your feelings are more important than my silly insecurities. And above all else, it's a relief to know I've not put you off for months with my clumsily fumbling.
Oh, it was quite the opposite. You've opened my eyes to know how wonderful love can be. I was holding on of it before I met you. Now we're together, however. And I'm your Steffi. The world has never looked more splendid. This moon is so bright and the sky so blue.
Stefania sighs wistfully, her arm entwined with mine.
I think I could drown in it. It seems fun to think that so much can change in but a scant week.
Scant week, but okay.
I extended an invitation towards you as my mistress's +1, so that I might hone my beliefs in Karuta, but there is much more than that. I really am happy that I met you. I only hope that my mistress, won't be jealous about our relationship.
Nah, it's fine. You don't need to worry on that score. I'll take care over there. Her.
Are you certain to be right?
Yeah, I'm quite certain. Hifumi isn't a jealous type, like I said, and it doesn't hurt that she likes you a lot herself. I smiled at Stefania's upturned face, drinking her anxious green-eyed gaze, as the wind continues to tug at my hair, the hem of my skirt. Besides, it's not like you would win with Hifumi, let's face it. It's that through over here. It will all work out okay, these things tend to. Tell her that you protect her, stop worrying. Yeah, first one. Now, stop worrying so much. I smiled and playfully poked the tip of Stefania's nose so she goes momentarily cross-eyed. If you keep fretting, you will get wrinkles.
Oh no, I couldn't let it happen, so to my best.
Stefania giggles shyly, then nuzzles her cheek against my upper arm.
Thank you, Hiroki. I was worrying a bit, but I feel a lot better now. You really do know how to cheer me up.
Do I? Oh, next day. Thank you. I'm going to sleep. You already get a freakishly long episode, okay? For the starters. So, we'll continue that tomorrow. I need to edit this a little bit, render it a little bit. I'm actually fully. Then upload in the morning and publish. Anyway, that was Sakura Succubus 6, the beginning of the game. We've triggered 4 achievements apparently. That's very interesting. Oh, I missed one achievement. I won't tell you at which moment for. But yeah, I see the description of the achievement, so I know which exactly. Well, I will easily get it anyway later, so it's fine. Yeah. But it would be enough for today. Okay, so basically Sakura Succubus 5 and 6 is basically Sakura go after Stefania, go after the princess. Interesting. I would like to have the option to go after the Elizabeth for. Dude, I'm more into the Elizabeth than the princess, okay? Like, yeah. That's all I wanted to say, really. Anyway, as I said, let's end it here. We'll of course continue, because there's still some more to do. Obviously, I mean that's 4 out of 14 achievements only, right? Well, technically it would be 5 if I did a different choice at one point. But that aside, let's end it here. We'll continue. Yeah, I don't even want to say all of that now. The usual routine that I don't even like saying, but yeah. If you enjoyed the video, like it. If you want, of course. You can also subscribe if you haven't already. We are playing a ton of games like that. There will be more. Also, thanks to the Steam Summer Sale, I'll be bringing some games that I was asked to play in the past. I won't reveal what games for. 2 of them that were relatively cheap and I picked them. I'll also bring 1 game that I was offered a key for by a dev, but at the time I didn't have access to the YouTube. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can check the video, which I don't remember what was titled. Like, I've recovered my YouTube channel or something like that. Whatever. And also a game which I played the demo of on the channel because I was asked to in the past. So yeah, there's a lot in plans. Everything has to come true. So yeah, subscribe if you want to stay for that. You can also tell me yourself, come on, be honest. Would you go Stefania or Elizabeth? Because I would go definitely Elizabeth myself. She's more my type. Definitely more my type. That's it. You can also go to my social media if you are super into that kind of stuff. And you can also jump into my Twitch, where I stream occasionally on Fridays and Saturdays. And it's the European night. So I think it's kinda a bit after afternoon, if we talk like US and so on. And that's, I think, all I wanted to say. I wish you all a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next episode of Sakura Succubus 6. Bye bye.